Hey guys, Mike here, and I'm back with another tutorial today. And today I'm going to teach you how to, take a stock photo from FSX like this, and liven it up a little. By that I mean make it more lifelike. Right now it's just a photo of a wing view, and what I'm going to show you is how to make it look like you're an actual passenger. Add some cool effects. I'll walk you through that. Teach you some new stuff, hopefully. And remember that this tutorial is brought to you by Flight Sim Global. I'll provide a link in the description where you can find all their tutorials at. Anyways, let's just get into it. So basically, we have this image here that I took right out of the sim. No editing's been done to it other than my ENB and everything. So what I'm going to go ahead and start with is I have a window here that was, thanks to Dexter here. So we're just going to go ahead and copy and paste. Now, as you can see right off the bat, it's too small. Doesn't take a genius to figure that one out. So basically what we're going to go ahead and do is just hold down shift and drag from the corner. What I'm doing here is I'm making the window bigger, as you can see, and I am making it look like you're actually looking out the window. So we're going to go ahead and place it about here. Okay, we're going to go ahead and apply that. I'm going to rename this layer to window. And now, sure, it looks a little better now, like you're sitting in the plane itself. But the coloring of this window does not match the coloring at night. So what I'm going to go ahead and do now is, add a brightness and contrast to this layer. So we're going to go ahead and click Layer. Where is it? New adjustment layer, brightness and contrast. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and right click and click create clipping mask so it just affects the window. And I already have some numbers written down. Brightness is negative 130 and contrast is 17 to match the outside. Now coloring still a little off. So I'll show you how to fix that. We're going to go ahead now and go to filter, because the edges around the window aren't that good. Now you could just take your blur tool and just go around it, but I don't like it. So we're gonna go ahead and go to blur, Gaussian blur, and as you can see that's a little much. So we're gonna go ahead and reduce that a little more. And about 4 point, it's in the 4 point, we'll go 4.7. No, we're gonna go a little lower. 4.1 we're gonna do 4.1. Oops, that was 41. Go ahead and redo that. Filter. Oops. Filter blur. Gaussian. 4.1. Enter. Alright. Now, it looks a little blurry, but again, you gotta remember, we're not focusing on the window, we're focusing on the outside. Alright. So now, if you wanna, I'm gonna mess with the color here very quick of just this one right here. So I'm gonna go add another layer, adjustment layer, and we're just gonna go color balance. Okay, and this one also is gonna be a clip mask for just the window. All right, and I want it to be more reddish because that's what the outside is. So we're gonna go reddish bluish, and there you go. That's what I'm looking for. So now right off the bat, you got a better looking view here. I actually don't like the position of this window as much anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and move it. There you go. Okay. And sure it's looking better now, but I want to add a little more magic to it, I guess you could say. So I have some other stuff here in store for us. We're gonna go ahead and make a new layer under the window because anything outside you want behind the window. So we're gonna go ahead and make a layer here for the dirt on the window. We're gonna go ahead and add some dirt. Now this doesn't have to be perfect because I like to blur mine up, so you're not gonna really notice it that much. So we're just gonna hit apply. Again, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm just going to grab the magic eraser tool. You're going to notice a big ugly difference, but whoops, let me go ahead and make the tolerance up. And you see how bad that is. But it doesn't really matter for me, because I'm going to go ahead and do a blending option here. Color, oops, not a color overlay. I want a image, layer actually, layer, color, balance, or we could probably do hue, get away with hue and saturation. And we're going to go ahead and create a clipping mask for under it. Rename this to the dirt smudges. And I call them smudges because I'm going to be blurring it. So we're going to go ahead and bring this towards the brownish. If I can get it there right now, is it going to work? Is it going to let me? Alright, this, we can't get away with this one. Alright, layer then. Color balance, okay. Go ahead and do the same thing, clipping mask. We'll see if we can get away with this one. Yeah, there we go, okay. I'm gonna make it more of a brownish color here. I believe it's red and yellow to get that brownish. There we go. Alright. And now I know you're saying this does not look like dirt at all. Okay. But as I said, it was a smudge, and now you'll see what I mean by this Gaussian blur. This is gonna go way up. As you can see now, got some ugly dirt. Alright. Alright, I'm not actually digging this color that much. We're gonna reduce it a little more. We're actually gonna keep it black. And we're just gonna say there's smudges like that. So we're gonna go back to our eraser tool, bring the size up, and whoops, we do not want that color balance in there. I'm gonna go ahead and bring this way up more. And I'm just gonna go ahead and click random, erase random spots I do not want the smudge at. There you go. Now you got some smudge in there right here. It's not that noticeable anymore. It's what I'm looking for. Got smudges. Okay. Now we got a somewhat of a passenger view going here. And what I'm going to want to add now, I'm going to go ahead and say we add a lens flare here. And what this lens flare is going to do is going to make it look like the sun is shining more onto us. Like you're getting a weird camera effect. But we're going to go ahead and bring the brightness down. And see what that does. Now again, I could keep going on with this tutorial, but as you see, we didn't need that many layers. We need just what, 3 layers in the stock, 2 layers in the stock image here to make a passenger view type photo, which is decent. But if you want to go ahead and add like camera focus points, you can go ahead and take your filter tool here with the background image selected, and of course you can always just add a where is it? It's called a fisheye, and I'll give it a camera type effect, like it'll be rounded off. But I'm not too much of in love with that effect, so I'm not even gonna show it. If you want to experiment, you can look it up yourself and everything. But this will just about do it for this tutorial. It's a simple tutorial, shouldn't take too long. All you're basically doing is you're doing your lens flare, you're adding some smudge, and you're adding a window and color balancing it to match the outside environment. Now I could get more detail, like we could talk about, masking. We could talk about adding rain if it's raining out, adding that all stuff to the cool window, but it's basically the same thing what you're doing with your dirt. It's just masking a different thing out. Some cool stuff that you could look up is, if you want to find some other stuff, just look up like smudges on Google with the letters PMDG after smudge. Give you no background, transparent background for you just to pretty much save the image and just open in Photoshop and apply it to here. But that's it, all I got for you today. I actually made one last night, and I can show you what that looks like very quick. This was the finished result last night. As you can see, I had a different type of smudge look to it. I messed around with it some more from last night, and we can just look at the one from today. So you can see I changed the window position, I added some other color, different types of smudges, and I reduced the lighting effect. So yeah, I hope this, you learned something from this. Go ahead and try this out for yourself. It's not hard. If you want, I can possibly supply the stock image I used in this one for you to practice on in the description. And hopefully you use this effect in future videos. It works in videos too. I do it myself in Vegas. I do a little more stuff than this though. I can get more in depth in Vegas because there's some effects that they can do that Photoshop can't do, like a shaking effect. But that's about it. Go ahead and use this effect in screenshot contests. I believe that you're allowed to edit your photos in Aerosoft and Orbix any way you want. You can edit it like this to give it a nice wing view effect. It just adds for that cinematic view. Anyways, thanks for your time, and I hope you enjoyed the tutorial.